this is Jenna with Hill Valley Farm, and today we are starting to shave. We are officially getting ready for our first goat show of 2021. We will be going to Shelby, North Carolina to the Evan Evans show, and this here is Coco, so we are going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so here we are with Karma. It's her turn. And I have done this side of her body, just not her legs. And you'll see I had to tie her there because she was moving far, far away from me. This side is not done. So you can see the definite line here. Right there. Where it's shaved and not shaved. She is such a pretty girl. Yes, you are. So she is gonna get done, but anyways, I wanted you guys to see. Not shaved, shaved, and it's so slick, and you can see her shoulders perfectly there, and her brisket. So, well, just like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't think she's ever been shaved, so we're working on it. Okay, so first we want to start with Corey's Fancy Karma. Karma was in the 3-year-old class, and just because she is a first freshener in a 3-year-old class, that really puts her at a disadvantage. As a doe freshens, she also matures. With the more freshening she has, the better. So, Karma's udder is small as of right now as a first freshener, but it does have a really great shape to it. The judges really appreciated her dairiness and also her straight front legs and front end especially when she walked forward towards them. So that was the best part about Miss Karma. Another first freshener that we took is Hill Valley Hershey's Coco. Coco is a 2-year-old first freshener, and she really got gypped at the beginning of the year. She lost her kid. He was not born alive. And then her milk production just really never got off to a great start. However, the one really good thing about her is you'll see her teat placement and her attachments. She's got some really nice things going on here. And so they really appreciated her dairiness and her teat placement. And they just would like to see her more filled out, which in the future should happen. So that is how Coco did. The goat that we took for the yearling class, the yearling milkers, is Rolling Meadows Lady Liberty. Liberty had quads in the beginning of the year, and she has this really nice spacious udder. The judges really appreciated how dairy she is, how pliable her skin is. They do also feel like her udder has a lot of space to it, but would like to see it more filled out, which again, in future freshenings, that should happen. So while she did not really place where we wanted her to, I do look forward to watching this girl mature and see what she can do in the future. So that is Rolling Meadows Lady Liberty. Rolling Meadows Mary Mercy was the second of the 2-year-old milkers that we took with us, and Kaden showed her in every ring. She did absolutely fabulous. Her behavior was just wonderful. She's so easy to lead and set up. She did very well. In ring 1, she placed 3rd out of 10. In ring 2, she placed 2nd and actually went in for reserve. She did not win reserve, however. In ring 3, honestly, I really do not remember where she placed, but it was not up at the top, surprisingly. And then in ring 4, she placed fourth. So overall, we were very happy with what Mercy did and accomplished, and I really look forward to watching this girl in future freshenings. The third of the 2-year-old milkers that we took is, of course, the Hill Valley's Lila Grace. Obviously, anyone who knows anything about us knows we love Lila. And Lila is so great in the ring. I would show her in pretty much every ring that we walked into. She was so easy to set up and just so good. She placed third and fourth in rings 1, 2, and then 3, 4. So she lived in the third and fourth placings out of 10, and she had some major competition. I think the thing that hurt her the most is the fact that she really just does not have a lot of weight on her, and she is very thin in the hip bones, and I think they like to see them a little bit more conditioned. But as you can see, she had width to her udder and depth and just great udder height. So even though she was third and fourth, that still gives us hope. I still feel Lila is a true champion, and with a little more conditioning and better gear, she will eventually be a champion. The last of the milkers that we took was our 5-year-old girl, Rolling Meadows, BB Godiva. We call her Lily, and this is Caden. He led her in every ring that she entered. As always, he loves to show this girl. She did absolutely fabulous. She placed second in every ring but one, and she went into reserve. She even got second in the youth show. So the fact that she just continually was up in the top of the line really impressed us, because this girl 2 years ago was always at the back of the line. So it just goes to show you, as a doe matures and gets older, their really great traits can come out, and you can see her udder and how what much of a producer she really is now. She has just blossomed into a wonderful girl, and we are just so incredibly proud of this girl. So that's Lily. The first of 4 dry yearlings that we took is Hill Valley, or the Sea to Skye. We call her Skye. And there were 18 dry yearlings in that ring. And in 3 of the rings, she got top 10. They would just pull the top 10 and then place the top 10. In ring number 1, she got 5th. In ring number 3, she got 9th. But then in ring number 4, she was 2nd. And that right there really excited us a lot, because this girl is really one of our first homebred girls. She's out of Hill Valley Lila Grace and Vista Oaks Rocket. And so we really adore this girl and how she did, and was very, very proud of her. So that was Skye. Hill Valley Iris was the second dry yearling that we took, and she ended up placing in the top 10 in ring 1. However, she really did not behave well in any other ring, and so we ended up scratching her in ring 3 and 4, and we just hope that she does better next time. Hill Valley Isabella placed in the top 10 in ring 2 and did well. We were very proud with how she behaved. At first, she did not do well at all behavior-wise in ring 1, but then in 2, 3, and 4, she did a lot better. So really, for this girl, it was all about experience. I really do love this girl and how she's built, and so I do hope that later on she is appreciated for how dairy she truly is. The fourth and final dry yearling that we took to the show is Hill Valley Moondance. Moondance placed in the top 10 in ring 1, 3, and 4. She placed 6th in ring 1 and 10th in ring 3, and then 8th in ring 4. I was slightly surprised that she didn't place any higher. There was a lot of really good competition, and again, remember, this is out of 18. But she's so long and level, and I really appreciate her gait, and that's a lot of things that they said about her. They mentioned how wide she is and her dairiness, so I'm very excited to see what she will do and look like as a first freshener next year. So that was Moondance. Now on to the bucks. The first buck is Vista Oaks Recall. Recall was not able to be shown in Ring 1 as we did not hear his name being called or his class being called. So sadly, we really missed out on Ring 1, so there's that. In Ring 2, he got 6 out of 10. In Ring 3, he placed 6th as well. And Ring 4, he actually ended up getting 3rd place. The judges really appreciated his back end, his strength in his legs and feet, the straightness of his front legs. They really wanted to see more of a brisket in him, and they also mentioned he's just kind of like a gangly teenager, and that the brisket in the front end is the very last thing to develop in a goat. So that's something new that we learned. And so that is Mr. Recall. The final goat that we want to mention is, last but not least, Vista Oaks Rocket. Rocket, as you can see, is quite a large boy. However, at home when I clipped him, I measured him with the ADGA approved stick, and he was just fine on height. When we get to the rings, he really liked to puff up and look like he's bigger. Apparently, this is what bucks do. So he was actually deemed over height in all the rings just because he gets around all the other bucks and he just would puff up really bad. So with that said, the last and final judge to look at him and measure him really made a point to tell us that he is magnificent and that we should not cull him because of that, which is not even something we were considering. He also mentioned that because of his size that he will throw very nice long does and daughters. And so I informed him actually that this particular judge placed his daughter in 2nd place earlier in the day. And he said, yes, exactly. That is what I'm talking about. So yes, we do feel like Rocket is quite magnificent and we are still very happy with him. So between getting goats ready and trimming them and getting ourselves ready and loading up goats and traveling, it was really a lot of work, but it was also a lot of fun. We both really enjoy showing and we learned a lot from this experience. And so it was our first time showing bucks. It was also our first time traveling any great distance to a show. So again, we learned a lot and we look forward to getting to show again. The next show that we will most likely be in is the Tennessee Valley Fair in Knoxville in September. So thank you so much for watching, and we hope you guys have a great day.